Beg as verb. To ask for something urgently or humbly, typically money or food. To implore or plead with someone to do something. The child begged for a toy in the store. He begged his boss for a raise. She begged her parents to let her go to the party. The homeless man begged for money on the street corner. The dog begged for a treat with his puppy dog eyes. Delineate as verb. To describe, sketch, or depict in clear, precise detail. To outline or trace the limits or boundaries of something. The map delineates the boundaries of the city. The lawyer delineated the terms of the contract to her client. The artist delineated the contours of the model's face in her sketch. The writer delineated the character's motivations in great detail. The scientist delineated the stages of the experiment in her report. Elle était as verb. To bring out or draw out something, such as information or a response, from a person or thing. To evoke or call forth an emotional response, reaction, or memory. The detective's questioning finally elicited a confession from the suspect. The teacher used a variety of techniques to elicit participation from shy students. The comedian's jokes elicited a lot of laughter from the audience. The artist's work was designed to elicit strong, emotional responses from viewers. The survey was conducted to elicit feedback from customers about their experiences with the company. Incense as verb. To make someone extremely angry, annoyed, or frustrated. To make someone extremely angry or annoyed. The rude comment incensed her, and she responded angrily. The unfair treatment of the employees incensed the union members. The decision to close the library incensed the community. The politician's remarks incensed the opposition party. The violence in the city incensed the public and led to protests. Precipitate as verb. To cause a reaction or an event to occur suddenly or unexpectedly, often as a result of a buildup of tension or stress. To cause a substance to separate out of a solution as a solid, usually due to a change in temperature, pressure, or chemical reaction. The manager's decision to fire the employee was precipitated by a series of complaints from customers. The conflict between the two countries was precipitated by a border dispute. The company's financial troubles were precipitated by a failed investment. The athlete's injury was precipitated by overtraining and not enough rest. The student's poor grades were precipitated by a lack of studying and preparation. Profile as verb. To be effective or triumphant. To be widespread, or popular. The truth will always prevail, no matter how hard people try to hide it. His optimism prevailed, even in the face of adversity. After a long struggle, the underdog team finally prevailed over the reigning champions. The new trend in fashion is starting to prevail over the old one. Despite their efforts to stop it, the rumor continued to prevail throughout the town. Reconcile as verb. Bring into agreement or harmony. Make consistent. Restore friendly relations between. Make peace between. The therapist helped him reconcile his past trauma and move forward in his life. They were able to reconcile their differences and become close friends again. The company had to reconcile its books after discovering accounting errors. He had to reconcile his religious beliefs with his scientific understanding of the world. The couple tried to reconcile their relationship after a period of separation. Refute as verb. To disprove, discredit, or contradict a claim or assertion. To prove that a statement, argument, or belief is false or incorrect. The study's findings refute the common belief that sugar causes hyperactivity in children. The lawyer refuted the witness's testimony by presenting contradictory evidence. The scientist refuted the theory that the Earth is flat. The athlete refuted accusations of doping by submitting to drug tests. The historian refuted claims that the event never occurred by producing eyewitness accounts. Ascribe as verb, to assign or attribute a particular cause, origin, or responsibility to someone or something. To attribute or credit a particular quality, character, or action to someone or something. The author ascribed the success of her book to the support of her readers and the hard work of her team. The historian ascribed the decline of the Roman Empire to a combination of factors, including economic instability and military overstretch. The artist ascribed her inspiration for the painting to her love of nature and the beauty of the landscape. The scientist ascribed the unexpected results of the experiment to an error in the measurement instruments. The teacher ascribed the students' poor performance to a lack of effort and preparation. IELTS, to greet or address, especially with a call or shout. To greet or welcome someone enthusiastically, often with a shout or gesture. The crowd cheered and hailed the victorious team. She hailed a taxi and climbed into the back seat. The ship was hailed by the harbor master as it entered the port. The king was hailed as a hero for his bravery in battle. The new president was hailed as a symbol of hope and change. Redress as verb, to correct or put right a wrong or injustice. To make amends for a wrong or injustice. The court ordered the defendant to redress the harm caused to the plaintiff. The company promised to redress the issue by offering refunds to affected customers. He sought to redress the imbalance of power between the two parties. The government is taking steps to redress the economic disparities in the country. The organization is committed to redressing social injustices. Compound as verb, to combine two or more things together to form a single entity. To mix or blend two or more substances together. The heavy rain will compound the problem of flooding in the area. His reckless behavior will only compound his troubles. The company's poor financial performance was compounded by the pandemic. She made a mistake that compounded the difficulty of the project. The medication may compound the side effects of other drugs. Delegate as verb, to assign a task or responsibility to another person. To transfer authority to another person. The manager decided to delegate some of her responsibilities to her team members. The president delegated the task of negotiating with foreign leaders to his Secretary of State. The teacher delegated the responsibility of grading the quizzes to her teaching assistant. The coach delegated the task of organizing the team's equipment to one of the players. The CEO delegated the responsibility of leading the company's marketing efforts to the head of marketing. Denote as verb, indicate or signify something, represent or stand for something. The red traffic light denotes that drivers should stop their vehicles. The word love can denote a wide range of emotions and feelings. The use of hand gestures can denote different meanings in different cultures. The symbol of a dove often denotes peace and tranquility. The number 13 can denote bad luck in some cultures. Exacerbate as verb, to increase the intensity, difficulty, or unpleasantness of something. To make a situation or condition worse or more severe. His harsh words only served to exacerbate the situation. The hot weather exacerbated his asthma symptoms. The government's policies have exacerbated the economic inequality in the country. Her tendency to procrastinate only exacerbates her workload. The company's cost-cutting measures have only exacerbated employee morale. Patent as verb. To legally secure a right to an invention or discovery. To secure exclusive rights to. The company spent a lot of money to patent their new technology. He decided to patent his invention to protect it from being copied by others. She worked with a patent lawyer to ensure that her idea was properly protected. The musician learned how to patent his songs to prevent others from using them without permission. The process of patenting a new invention can be time-consuming and expensive. Verb. To compete or contend with someone, often with the aim of achieving superiority or mastery. To strive or struggle to attain something, often through competition with others. The two companies are vying for the same market share. The musicians are vying for a chance to perform at the music festival. The students are vying for the top grades in the class. The contestants are vying for the grand prize in the cooking competition. The political candidates are vying for the support of the voters in the upcoming election. Advocate as verb. To plead in favor of. To defend by argument before a tribunal or the public. To support, vindicate, or recommend publicly. She will advocate for her clients in court, using her legal skills to present their case effectively. He advocates for mental health by sharing his own experiences and encouraging others to seek help. They advocate for their community by meeting with local officials and voicing their concerns. She advocates for her patients by working to ensure that they receive the best possible care. He advocates for environmental protection by organizing protests and lobbying politicians. Circumvent as verb. It can also mean to outsmart or outmaneuver someone, especially by using clever or devious tactics. To go around or bypass something, typically in order to achieve a goal or avoid an obstacle. He circumvented the security system to access the confidential files. The company found a way to circumvent the new regulations. She tried to circumvent the traffic by taking a back road. They had to circumvent the obstacle in order to continue on the hiking trail. The politician was accused of attempting to circumvent the law in order to gain an advantage. Preclude as verb. To exclude or eliminate the possibility of, especially by closing off or blocking a path or an option. To prevent or make impossible, especially by prior action or by setting limits or conditions. The company's policy precludes employees from using company resources for personal gain. The lock on the door precludes anyone without a key from entering the room. The teacher's strict rules preclude any misbehavior in the classroom. The high cost of tuition precludes many students from attending college. The rain precluded us from having our picnic in the park. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.